Hello everybody and welcome to my channel Living Healthy with Yelena. And if we haven't met yet, my name is Yelena and I'm super excited to bring to you this Cook With Me series. It is all delicious vegan plant-based dishes, and my series kicks off with a couple episodes for Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak preview right now of the dish that we're gonna be cooking today. It is stuffed butternut squash. Here's the full ingredient list for the full recipe. Visit my Instagram, Living Healthy with Yelena, where I will post it all. Start with 2 butternut squash, cut them in half. And go ahead and take the center out. Scrape all the seeds and all this junk out into the garbage can so that you have 2 hollow sides. Line a baking sheet and place the squash face side up. We're gonna pour some olive oil on top and give this squash a nice little massage, rub it all in, and top it with sea salt. Open the oven, baking at 425 for about 25 to 35 minutes. We've got the quinoa and the veggie broth. We're gonna start boiling that until it simmers. Go ahead and lower to medium low and cover it. Let that sit for about 12 minutes. All right, once the squash is complete, we're gonna cut out the center so that we have a good area to stuff. Scoop it out. You can save the extra squash to eat later or maybe mix in a smoothie. Fall smoothies with squash are super delicious. Scrape out a nice section here. As you can see, it's nice and hollowed out in the center. Next, for the kale, we want to de-stem it, remove that spine from the center. Just take a knife, go right down the center so that you get those nice green leaves. Take your 2 cloves of garlic and either mince them or dice them up nice and small. Zest the orange. We want to save that zest. And then cut the orange in half because we're going to use this juice later. Here we have all your ingredients necessary. Now cut up the kale and then strain the garbanzo beans. On the stovetop, we're going to begin to saute the kale. We're going to add in some spices and different ingredients here. But first, we're going to fluff the quinoa with a fork. Good. Add in the garlic, the dried oregano, the salt, and I don't use pepper, but if you'd like to, go ahead and do so. The recipe calls for half a teaspoon. And then saute it up until the kale is nice and wilted. Add the garbanzo beans and the orange zest and the tablespoon of orange juice just to add in some flavor. Add in the quinoa and the cranberries. Making that stuffing. Go ahead and stir it all up over heat just for a couple more moments. You can begin to smell the aroma. Super yummy, you guys. And then take that stuffing and fill up your butternut squash. Fill up the whole center here. Look at that deliciousness. So we're going to go ahead and put this back in the oven for just another 10 minutes. And then we'll be ready to eat our delicious creation. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this recipe. Once again, if you'd like the full recipe, visit me over at Living Healthy with Yelena. My screen name for Instagram is up on the screen. If you like this, tap that like button below. Make sure to hit subscribe for more videos just like this, as well as astrology and yoga. And namaste, my friends. Peace.